Hello internet, hello Sam, and welcome back to After a Campfire. That thing that we do on the internet with communication between me and Sam and have other people watch it for entertainment, maybe. Yay! I'm in a weird mood. It's been not particularly rough the past 2 weeks. I just have been feeling really off and exhausted lately, which has been a bummer. I feel like it might be a little bit tied to the weather because, I guess, in these past 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, or the first of those 2 weeks, was Seattle finally hitting spring and it's gorgeous and sunny and lovely, except for me having my horrible allergy issues, had 20 bloody noses, but that's fine because I'm sadly used to that. And then the past 2 days have been back to the gray, crappy, drizzly, bleh, and I would like the sun back, please. I went kayaking last weekend though, and this is my new kayak that I need to make sure works. It is a fold-upable kayak, which will be cool to use once it's sunny again, which it's not right now. But yeah, that's also part of Henry's diary of how to adult. The before week was good and sunny and nice, and I'm just tired and really not feeling it, and I haven't been for 4 or 5 days, which is a bummer. But that 5 days included me getting a kayak, which will be fun over the summer because I'll be back. Well, not back, I'll actually be here this summer because I wasn't here last summer. That didn't make sense, but you get what I mean. That's Henry's diary of how to keep on being an adult person. I feel like there's one more thing I wanted to say, but I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, vaccine stuff. I think in my last video, I was like, I'm getting the vaccine this week. Yay. I didn't. My appointment got canceled because of some shenanigans. But I am getting it actually tomorrow, which is the Johnson & Johnson one, which is a 1-dose one. But I think it's less effective than the other ones, which makes me a little bit nervous. But, that's fine. 70% protection is still better than 0, but I guess I'd prefer if it were the best it could be, but actually figuring out a Pfizer appointment is just not really worth it right now because I want it to be done, sort of. I don't know. I'm sure it's good enough. I don't know. Me being in these weird moods have been weird. I got a message. I will mute that for now. So my question to Sam was basically just what is one thing, usually? I think I said one thing, but I don't know. It's just basically what's something that you can just talk on and on and on and on and on about, just because I talked about how I got super sucked into talking about Ender's Game in my last video. And my big thing is I don't know the best way to say this exactly, but I guess I'm a fanboy. Not just I'm a fan of things. I have a fanboy mentality. When it comes to One Piece or Nintendo. You can't actually see my Nintendo stuff. Oh, I moved all my amiibos. All of my amiibos are over there. I feel like I actually showed this in one of my more recent videos. I'm where should I put all my amiibos? So those are my amiibos. I hope that looked right. I could have totally been missing it because I could not see where I was recording. Anyways, so talking about video games, talking about things like the MCU, talking about Ender's Game and Magic the Gathering, those are some of the big things that I will relentlessly talk about, or in circus, camp, but those are kind of different because camp, you need to have camp people to talk to about all that much. But the fanaticism of whoopsies, I just turned on some weird setting. The fanaticism of fictional content is kind of what I think the big one is. I also really like having philosophical conversations about like the really big ideas of life, like are we alone out there? Like, are there aliens? Like, should we terraform, or how, like, what does the future of humanity look like, and things like that. But those conversations, I feel like, don't happen as often, or at least not these days. I feel like those are like porch conversations at camp kind of deals. And I didn't have like porch buddy conversations last summer because I lived on my own down at the lake. Yeah. So those are my answers. Sam, your question is funny. You wanted me to plan your bachelor's party. And the problem is, I'm just very not that kind of person, which is going to make both of our answers weird. Because for me, I'm the kind of person that, like, I don't fucking know about, like, planning a party. And also, I don't really want one exactly. But you are the person who would want one, sort of. I keep trying to fix this, and it's only making it worse. But also, you would probably be the right kind of person to make one for me, because you're just like, we're gonna do some weird shit and you're gonna have fun, I guess. So that's kind of what I would imagine a fun thing for you would be. Just like doing something weird and unique, where it's just like, you now have an excuse to go on a weird trip with a bunch of friends. Like, I know you are the kind of person who enjoys, like, going out to a bar and drinking much more than me. I know that's not, like, your ideal night, but still, like, drinking and doing the more stereotypical bachelor party stuff. But I feel like the big thing is giving you some weird experience that you haven't experienced before. I don't know what that would be, and I should have that answer for this question. But to be fair, if in the future I am in the position where I am setting this up, I don't want to give you my best ideas. I would like to use them on you. So, yeah. This is a terrible answer, but my trip is a mini vacation. Oh, no. I have low battery. I hope that didn't cut out the video. But yeah, my answer to you, Sam, is we would go on a weird road trip where we would do something unusual that you haven't done before. Or maybe just visit a small town in an area you haven't been to before and see all the artsy fun stores and books and things, because that's your jam, but I want to do better. It could be like one of those things where you like rent the haunted mansion in the woods. I don't know. I haven't really been involved in weddings all that much. I've only ever been to like one. I think I might have been to two. I can't remember the first one, if it was an actual wedding or not. But like the second one was when I went to England for my cousin's wedding, which was English and long and slow and boring. And I don't know. And I'm not going to experience like a true like friend of mine's wedding until this year. Those Hellbean siblings, Hellbean, whatever. They're both getting married, which is weird. Not really. Both of them have been in relationships for very long times, but it's the first time any of my friends are getting married that I'm close to. But yeah. So that's my answer, I guess. Oh man. I'm glad I will be able to be vaccinated soon. I am hoping that will allow me to come visit camp this summer, which I assume will involve visiting you and going up with you. So I know that this has kind of been a question that I've sort of asked before, but it's kind of different this time because it'll be in the summer. Sam, we've talked about like hanging out in the summer and what we would do as like a summer trip, but you've always still been at camp. So Sam, if I come visit this summer and we like hang out before or after going to visit camp, what do you think we should do? Especially since pandemic-y closed places things will still likely be kind of a thing, so we have to get clever with that. Talk to you later.